Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over a free hit draft for Double Gameweek 37. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment, are you free hitting this week, subscribe if you're brand new. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this is the free hit draft that I have come up with at this point in time. Again, could easily change once press conferences come out and stuff like that. But in goal, we do have Pickford and McGovern. McGovern's obviously just there because he's a really cheap keeper. I would obviously put the second Everton keeper in there, but it stops you from having other Everton players, so never a good choice. But anyway, your main keeper this week is Pickford. Can't believe I'm actually bringing in a Everton goalkeeper with obviously the relegation battle that they're in, but I mean they have two home games with Brentford and Crystal Palace, which is obviously really nice because at Goodison Park Everton seem to just be a completely different team. But not only that, they've also kept like 2 clean sheets in the last 3, so I actually think that like they could potentially keep a couple more. I wouldn't really go double Everton defense. I think that's a little bit too ballsy, but I think Pickford is probably the best goalkeeper to have this week. Other options are, of course, Martinez, but I've obviously gone Cash and Digne at the back instead. There's also players like Mikalenko and stuff like that for Everton, but of course he came off with a slight injury, so we're not sure if he's going to be fit and ready for the game. But I think, you know, it doesn't really matter which 3 you go with, but I personally like double Villa defense and then the Everton keeper. But again, you could go Martinez and then Cash and then Mikalenko or a different Everton defender if you really wanted to. But Digne and Cash are just so explosive on the wings. I think that their assist potential is a lot higher than any of the Everton players, barring like Mikalenko and stuff. But anyway, yeah, in goal we've gone Pickford and then McGovern. At the back we've gone Cash. I'm not sure actually how to pronounce his name. Gui, Trent, Digne and Amati. Now, obviously there's no City defense here. There's no Chelsea defense here. Chelsea have got quite a nice game against Leicester at home. City have got West Ham away, which I think City defense is fine, but at the same time, now that they've got like Diaz injured, Diaz, Ake, and Stones, they've only really got Laporte left as an actual centre back. So I think the back will be a little bit. It's still going to be obviously really strong, but it's obviously a little bit weaker than what it could be. So I think City defense is obviously fine, and if you're not on a free hit this week, you're going to have City defense. Like myself, I've got Cancelo and Laporte, which I'm okay with owning. It's just now that, you know, 3 big centre backs have gone, it is a little bit worrying, but that's why I've gone with the double Villa defense this week instead. And then again, we don't know if Guy is like completely injured or not. He's got like a 75% chance of playing. If he is injured, you can literally just bring in somebody like Klein, who is only 4.3. If you need the funds for this as well, I can only just make this. So if you do need the funds, then probably Klein, you know, saves you 0.2 there. And you could go with him instead. And I think that's obviously fine. You could also go like Simicast instead of Amate. The only reason I've gone Amate is just simply because they've got a double. But yeah, that's like 0.5 right there if you don't have the funds. So yeah, go from Guy to what's his face, Klein, and then Amate to Simicast. But that's the back line. Digne obviously worries me a little bit with like injuries and stuff, but I think he'll be okay. He should play both. Cash will definitely play both. Cash is just, you know, he's young, he's fit. He'll be able to play like both games easy. So yeah, that's the back line. Again, a little bit worrying that there's no City or Chelsea defense, but I think this is fine. I've gone Trent as well, just because Southampton are terrible at the moment. They concede goals like it's going out of fashion, and I just think not having like Liverpool players this week will actually be not beneficial. Like, just because players don't have a double game week doesn't mean they can't outscore players that have a double game week. We all saw what happened with like the Dennis and the King situation earlier in the season and things like that. You know, single game week players can easily outscore. Like this week alone, like Nketiah got 13 points. I'm pretty sure not every single double game week player is going to score more than 13 points. But anyway, that's the back line. In midfield, I've got Zaha, Brownhill, Gordon, Salah, and Son. This is a 4-3-3 formation, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. But yeah, Zaha on penalties. I think that even if you're not on a free hit this week, a Maddison to a Zaha or a Coutinho to a Zaha is just, I think that's just the way this week. Like, it's such an easy transfer. 2 really nice fixtures. They are both away, but Zaha is on penalties. He's only 6.9. They've got United as well at home for the last game of the season, and you know, United are just all over the place at the moment. I think Zaha could easily get some points in that game too. So yeah, you're obviously bringing Zaha in for the double game week, and then I can't believe I'm saying this, but a relatively okay fixture against United as well. So yeah, I think Zaha will be on every single free hit draft this week. Brownhill and Gordon just for the bench, along with Amate. But again, both have doubles. Gordon can easily come on in case anything happens to any of your players. And then Brownhill, yeah, again, the exact same. He'll come on and play. He's actually getting some pretty big returns as well. You can see 13 points there and then 10 points there as well at Watford. So, you know, he is obviously bench fodder, but at the same time, still capable of scoring goals. And then, yeah, got Gordon as well. And then we've obviously gone Salah. I think Salah captaincy is a very good shout this week. I know some people will put it on Richarlison, Zaha, etc. But I think Salah is still a really good shout this week. He's just... Southampton are just terrible at the back. Also gone Son as well. I just think not owning Son at this point in time is just so dangerous. And I think that even though he is only on a single game week, I think you just kind of have to include him in a free hit. People are bringing him in anyway who aren't on a free hits and getting rid of Kane and stuff. But, you know, Burnley at home, relatively nice fixture. And again, even if you're not on a free hit and you don't have any of the Spurs players, Kulusevski, Son, Kane, they've got Norwich on the last game of the season. I think they're going to dominate that game like 4-5-0, and I think there's going to be a lot of points on the table there. So yeah, Son is easily in this free hit draft. And then up top we have Richarlison, Watkins, and Kane. Richarlison, obviously, two really nice fixtures, Crystal Palace at home and the Brentford game as well. So yeah, I mean, you have to go... You just have to kind of go with players that are fighting for something at the moment. So, like, your Spurs players are obviously fighting for Champions League. Liverpool players are obviously fighting for the league. And then you've got Everton that are fighting relegation and stuff. I know that Crystal Palace aren't really necessarily fighting for anything, but they've just got a double, so you have to include those. Yeah, we've got Watkins as well. Again, you could go Ings if you wanted to. It's just I think Watkins will play both. Watkins is also on penalties when Ings isn't on the pitch. And I don't think Ings is going to play both at all. I think Watkins is a much safer bet. His stats have been really, really good lately. He's been scoring goals as well. He has been really annoying to own over the course of this season. I did own him earlier on in the season. I brought him in again recently. He has been really annoying to own at times, but he is sort of rewarding players, well, managers now. And I've also gone Kane as well. I've gone with the Kane Son double up. I just think they can easily dominate this game against Burnley at home. I think they're a good choice on a free hit this week. If you don't have the funds for this and you did want to bring in a City defender or something like that, you could easily get rid of Digne and bring in like Cancelo and then just downgrade Kane to somebody else. And then obviously they give you a lot of money in the bank, especially if you went from like Kane to I don't know, like a Greenwood who's like 4.6 or something. It's going to give you like 8 odd mil or whatever. So yeah, you can easily upgrade like loads of different parts of your team. But you know, I just think that, you know, a lot of free hitting teams are going to have, you know, a lot of Everton, a lot of Crystal Palace players, and all those players just aren't expensive. So you are going to have a little bit of extra money in the bank. So I think this is just, I think Kane and Son will be better than having like a City defender personally, especially if West Ham score. You know, like I say, City might be a tiny bit worse at the back now because a lot of their centre-backs are just injured. So yeah, I mean, it is a little bit worrying as well having Aston Villa defence as well, because double Aston Villa, because obviously if they concede one, then, you know, it's 2 clean sheets gone. But again, you've got to treat Digne and Cash like midfielders, just like Robertson and Trent. You know, they do get down that wing so much. They can easily get assists. They can easily score goals. You know, the clean sheets are kind of just bonuses for players like this. But anyway, that's kind of the free hit draft that I've gone with. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this helped you if you are on your own free hit this week. Let me know how your double game week 36 is going. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let's try it at 50. Subscribe if you're brand new. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.